Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something we all face at some point in our lives: the need to rebuild ourselves. Life has a way of challenging us. Whether it's a personal setback, a failure in our careers, or simply a moment where we feel lost, there are times when we have to rebuild who we are from the ground up. But here's the thing: rebuilding isn't just about fixing what's broken, it's about creating something stronger, something better than before. Rebuilding yourself is a deeply personal and transformative journey, one that often begins in moments of challenge or adversity. Whether you're coming off a failure, facing a setback, or simply feeling unfulfilled, the desire to rebuild isn't just about fixing what's broken, it's about discovering your purpose and creating a new path forward. To truly rebuild yourself, it's essential to start with understanding your why. This foundational step is crucial because without a clear sense of purpose, the process of rebuilding can feel directionless, overwhelming, or aimless. Starting with your why means taking the time to reflect on what drives you at a core level. This is where Simon Sinek's concept of the golden circle becomes incredibly useful. In his framework, Sinek emphasizes that most people and organizations focus on the what and the how. They know what they do and how they do it, but the most successful and fulfilled individuals begin with why they do it in the first place. In the context of personal rebuilding, understanding why you want to change or grow gives you clarity. It provides the energy and focus needed to push through challenges and to keep going even when things feel difficult. The why behind rebuilding yourself might be a desire for greater fulfillment, to live with more intention, or to step into a life that aligns more closely with your values. Perhaps your why is to have a deeper impact on the world, or to become someone who inspires others. Whatever it is, it's deeply personal and serves as your guiding light through the journey. Without a clear purpose, it's easy to get sidetracked or to lose momentum. So, understanding why you want to rebuild yourself is essential to keeping you grounded and motivated through each phase of transformation. When you begin with why, you create a powerful foundation for everything that comes next. Your why isn't just a vague idea or a motivational phrase, it's the root of your decisions, actions, and behaviors. It becomes the lens through which you evaluate your choices and your approach to rebuilding. If your why is to create a more meaningful life, then every action you take in your rebuilding journey should align with that vision. The process may require you to change habits, confront your fears, or face uncomfortable truths, but each step will be aligned with that core sense of purpose. Starting with why also offers a deep sense of clarity when the going gets tough. There will inevitably be moments when you question the process, when the weight of change feels unbearable, or when setbacks cause self-doubt. During these times, returning to your why can provide the clarity you need to push forward. It's what keeps you focused on the bigger picture, reminding you that rebuilding isn't about instant success or perfection, but about the long-term growth you're working toward. In this journey of rebuilding, your why gives you a sense of direction, but it also provides the foundation for your emotional resilience. When we face difficult times, our initial response can often be to shrink back or to give in to discouragement. However, knowing your why empowers you to push through these moments. It reminds you that the discomfort and struggle are part of the process, not obstacles to be avoided. Your why strengthens your resolve and allows you to face adversity with a sense of purpose and clarity, knowing that the work you're putting in today is building a better version of yourself for tomorrow. This step of starting with why is also what separates meaningful change from surface-level adjustments. Many people try to rebuild their lives by simply changing their habits or actions, but without a clear understanding of their why, these changes can feel temporary. Rebuilding yourself is not about making fleeting improvements or ticking boxes on a to-do list. It's about creating a transformation that's rooted in deep, personal understanding and purpose. When you build your journey around a meaningful why, the changes you make are more sustainable, more impactful, and ultimately more rewarding. Understanding your why creates a framework for lasting transformation. It's what empowers you to make conscious choices that reflect who you are and who you aspire to become. Whether you're rebuilding after a failure, seeking personal growth, or striving to become the best version of yourself, Knowing why you're doing it gives you the resilience to keep going, the focus to stay on track, and the strength to face challenges head on. It's the first step in the ongoing process of rebuilding yourself. Not just to fix what's broken, but to create something stronger, more purposeful, and more aligned with who you truly are. Rebuilding yourself is a journey that requires deep reflection and intentional action. It is a process of reconnecting with who you truly are and rediscovering the values and beliefs that guide your decisions and actions. One of the most essential aspects of this process is building a strong foundation. Just as a building cannot stand without a solid base, your personal transformation cannot thrive without a solid grounding in your core values. These values are the principles that define you, the things that you hold dear, and the beliefs that inform your decisions, actions, and behaviors. When you begin the journey of rebuilding yourself, you may find that life has caused you to lose touch with your values. Perhaps through external pressures, challenges, or simply drifting along, you've disconnected from what truly matters to you. This loss of connection can leave you feeling unfulfilled, uncertain, or even directionless. To rebuild yourself, you must take the time to reconnect with these values and make them the cornerstone of your transformation. This involves a process of introspection and self-awareness. What are the beliefs that have always guided you? What are the things that truly matter to you, even when the noise of life tries to drown them out? Building a strong foundation starts with identifying your values and understanding what they mean to you. For example, if one of your core values is integrity, you must examine how you've been living in accordance with that value. Have you been honest with yourself and others? Have you taken actions that align with this value? Or have you compromised it in certain areas of your life? By reflecting on these questions, you can identify areas where you need to realign your life with your core values and make a conscious decision to live in a way that reflects them. Once you've clarified your values, the next step is to ensure that your actions reflect them. It's not enough to simply know what you believe, you must live by it. This requires consistency and discipline. Each day, you have the opportunity to make decisions that are in line with your values. Sometimes this will be easy, and other times it will require you to make difficult choices. However, the more you practice living by your values, the more natural it will become. Rebuilding yourself means that you no longer operate based on the expectations of others or the pressures of the world around you. Instead, you operate from a place of integrity, authenticity, and self. A strong foundation also requires a sense of clarity and focus. When you rebuild, you must be intentional about what you want to achieve and how you want to show up in the world. This means taking the time to clearly define your goals and priorities, understanding how they align with your values, and taking consistent action toward them. Without this clarity, it's easy to get distracted, overwhelmed, or to fall back into old habits that no longer serve you. To truly rebuild yourself, you must stay focused on what's most important and make decisions based on that focus. Rebuilding also involves letting go of things that no longer serve your growth. This could mean releasing unhealthy relationships, toxic habits, or limiting beliefs that have held you back. Sometimes the hardest part of rebuilding is the letting go. We become attached to certain ways of thinking, being, or doing because they're familiar, even if they're not serving our greater purpose. However, rebuilding is about creating space for something better. As you reconnect with your values and begin to take action that reflects them, you may find that certain aspects of your life need to be released in order to make room for growth. Letting go of the old opens up possibilities for the new. As you build a strong foundation, you will also find that this process of rebuilding yourself brings an increased sense of resilience. Life will always present challenges, and you may encounter setbacks along the way. However, when you are grounded in your values, you become more resilient to the ups and downs of life. You know who you are and what you stand for, and this gives you the strength to persevere no matter the obstacles you face. When you rebuild yourself on a foundation of values, you become unshakable in your resolve, because you are no longer relying on external validation or fleeting success to define you. A strong foundation also fosters a deep sense of fulfillment. When your life is in alignment with your values, you experience a sense of purpose that goes beyond material achievements or external recognition. Living in alignment with your values means that you are constantly growing evolving, and moving toward becoming the best version of yourself. This sense of fulfillment is deeply rooted in who you are, not in what you achieve or acquire. In the process of rebuilding yourself, your foundation is your anchor. It provides you with a clear sense of direction, clarity, and resilience. It allows you to navigate the storms of life with a sense of purpose and integrity. When you take the time to clarify your values, realign your actions with them, and live intentionally, you create a life that is not only fulfilling, but also authentic. This foundation becomes the bedrock upon which the rest of your transformation can take place, ensuring that your rebuilding is not only effective, but sustainable in the long term. Rebuilding yourself is a challenging yet rewarding journey, and one of the most transformative parts of this process is embracing change and discomfort. Change is often seen as something to fear, something that shakes the stability of life. But in the process of personal transformation, change is not only inevitable, it is essential. Change is the key that unlocks growth and the opportunity to create a new version of yourself. It's easy to stay in familiar routines, even when they no longer serve us, because change requires effort, vulnerability, and stepping into the unknown. Yet without change, there can be no real progress. The discomfort that comes with change is one of the most difficult aspects of rebuilding. Human beings are naturally inclined to seek comfort and stability, and stepping out of the familiar can feel like stepping into uncharted territory. It's not uncommon to experience anxiety or fear when faced with the prospect of change. However, it's important to recognize that discomfort is often a sign that you're growing. If everything feels easy, you may not be challenging yourself enough. Rebuilding yourself means pushing yourself beyond what you thought was possible, testing the boundaries of your comfort zone, and learning to adapt to new circumstances. When we face discomfort, we often want to retreat back to what we know. We may resist change because it feels uncertain, risky, or uncomfortable. But if we continually avoid discomfort, we stagnate. The discomfort we feel when stepping into new territory is actually a catalyst for growth. It forces us to learn, adapt, and develop new skills. Think about any time in your life when you faced a challenge or change and came out the other side. Chances are it was uncomfortable, but also gave you valuable lessons and helped shape you into a stronger person. Embracing discomfort is about accepting that growth comes with some level of struggle, and that struggle is necessary for transformation. In the rebuilding process, the discomfort that comes with change is often tied to old habits, patterns, and beliefs that no longer serve us. As you work on rebuilding yourself, you may find that you need to break free from long-standing behaviors or ways of thinking that have kept you stuck. This can be incredibly uncomfortable, as it often involves letting go of things that once felt safe or familiar. You might need to break free from negative thought patterns, unhealthy relationships, or self-limiting beliefs that have held you back for years. In these moments of discomfort, remember that what you're experiencing is part of the process of becoming the person you are meant to be. Letting go of what no longer serves you is a necessary step in creating space for new growth, new habits, and new opportunities. Another aspect of embracing change is recognizing that growth is not linear. Rebuilding yourself is not a straight path, but rather a journey with ups and downs, progress and setbacks. You may make tremendous strides forward in one area of your life, only to encounter challenges in another. This is natural, and it's important to remain patient with yourself. Growth requires time, persistence, and, most importantly, resilience. There will be moments when the change you're trying to make feels overwhelming or discouraging. It's during these times that embracing discomfort becomes even more important. Instead of giving up, view these setbacks as opportunities to learn and adjust. Every challenge you face is part of the larger process of rebuilding, and the discomfort you feel is often a sign that you are on the right path. The beauty of embracing change and discomfort is that it leads to personal evolution. When you step outside of your comfort zone, you begin to uncover new strengths, skills, and perspectives that you never knew existed. You start to recognize the power within yourself to navigate difficult situations and rise above challenges. Every time you face discomfort and choose to move forward, you build resilience, confidence, and self-trust. The more you embrace change, the more you learn about yourself and your true potential. Embracing discomfort allows you to break free from the limitations that society or your past experiences may have imposed on you. Often we hold on to old ideas about ourselves, ideas that may not reflect our true capabilities. These beliefs are often shaped by past failures, judgments from others, or fears of the unknown. Rebuilding yourself requires you to confront and challenge these beliefs, which can be uncomfortable and difficult. However, when you break free from the constraints of your old self-image, you open up the possibility for greater growth, self-expression, and authenticity. In the process of embracing change, it's also important to recognize that discomfort doesn't last forever. While it may feel intense in the moment, the discomfort of change is temporary. As you begin to adapt and grow, the initial fear and resistance will diminish, and you'll find yourself in a new place of strength and resilience. The more you practice embracing change, the easier it becomes. The discomfort will gradually fade as you gain confidence in your ability to navigate the unknown and trust that you can handle whatever challenges come your way. Rebuilding yourself is about becoming comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's about understanding that discomfort is not something to avoid, but something to embrace as part of the process of becoming the best version of yourself. When you allow yourself to step into change and sit with the discomfort that accompanies it, you open the door to growth, transformation, and new possibilities. Change may be difficult, but it is through change that you discover your true potential and unlock the person you are meant to become. Rebuilding yourself is not only about making changes to your habits or circumstances. It's about believing in your potential and understanding that you are capable of becoming someone greater than you've ever imagined. One of the most transformative steps in this journey is learning to believe in your own ability to change, grow, and overcome obstacles. For many people, this belief in their potential may not come easily. Past failures, self-doubt, and negative experiences can cloud the way we see ourselves. But the truth is, belief in your potential is the foundation of your growth. Without it, it's almost impossible to make meaningful change. Believing in your potential means recognizing that you are not defined by your past mistakes, your failures, or your limitations. It's easy to look back on what went wrong, to feel regret, or to use your past as evidence of your inability to succeed. But the past does not determine your future. Every day is an opportunity to start anew, to make different choices, and to take actions that align with the person you are striving to become. Rebuilding yourself is a continuous process, and it starts with the fundamental belief that change is possible, no matter how difficult the journey may seem. For many of us, believing in our potential requires shifting the way we think about ourselves. Often we focus on our weaknesses, or the things we perceive as flaws. We compare ourselves to others and feel as though we fall short. But what if we could see our weaknesses as opportunities for growth, rather than as reasons for self-criticism? What if, instead of focusing on our shortcomings, we focused on our strengths and the possibilities for growth that lie within us? Believing in your potential requires shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, a mindset that believes that abilities, intelligence, and talents can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. A growth mindset is key to rebuilding yourself. It's the understanding that failure is not the end, but rather a stepping stone toward success. When you believe that you can learn from every experience and that setbacks are opportunities for improvement, you start to approach challenges with a sense of optimism and resilience. Instead of fearing failure, you embrace it as part of the process of becoming better. It's important to realize that your potential is not something you either have or don't have. It's something that is constantly evolving as you grow, learn, and challenge yourself. Believing in your potential also means acknowledging that you are worthy of success, happiness, and fulfillment. Many people struggle with feelings of unworthiness, often due to negative experiences in their past or low self-esteem. These feelings can prevent us from fully embracing our potential because we believe we don't deserve the good things that life has to offer. However, rebuilding yourself requires breaking free from the belief that you are somehow less deserving of success or happiness than others. You have as much right as anyone else to pursue your dreams, to achieve your goals, and to live a life that aligns with your values and aspirations. Believing in your potential means knowing that you are worthy of the life you desire and capable of achieving it through hard work and determination. It's also important to recognize that belief in your potential is not just about individual success, but about the impact you can have on others and the world around you. When you believe in your potential, you not only create positive change in your own life, but you also inspire others to believe in theirs. Your transformation can be a source of inspiration and encouragement to those around you. The more you embrace your potential, the more you set an example for others to do the same. In this way, rebuilding yourself becomes a ripple effect. One person's belief in their potential has the power to uplift an entire community. But believing in your potential doesn't mean that the path to rebuilding yourself will be easy or without challenges. It's natural to encounter moments of self-doubt, fear, and uncertainty. There will be times when you feel overwhelmed, when the road ahead seems unclear, or when progress feels painfully slow. During these moments, it's crucial to hold on to your belief in your potential and remind yourself of why you started this journey in the first place. In times of struggle, you must rely on your inner strength and resilience, knowing that every small step forward is a victory. Even when things don't go as planned, the process of rebuilding yourself is still progressing. It's just that growth isn't always linear. One of the most important aspects of believing in your potential is cultivating patience. Rebuilding yourself doesn't happen overnight, and there will be times when you feel discouraged. It's important to remember that growth takes time. Be patient with yourself as you work through challenges, learn from mistakes, and slowly transform. Trust that the effort you're putting into rebuilding yourself is not wasted. Every action you take, every decision you make, and every step you take toward your goals is an investment in your future self. When you believe in your potential, you trust the process and understand that progress, though gradual, is always happening. Believing in your potential is about empowering yourself to take control of your life and shape your future. It's about realizing that you are not a passive observer in your own story, but an active participant. You have the power to choose your path, to overcome obstacles, and to create the life you envision for yourself. Rebuilding yourself requires this belief in your ability to change, to learn, and to grow. It's not just about what you can achieve, but about who you become in the process. When you believe in your potential, you unlock the doors to limitless possibilities. And you begin to realize that the journey of rebuilding is not just about becoming someone better, it's about becoming who you were always meant to be. Rebuilding yourself is a lifelong journey, not a one-time event. And a crucial part of this journey is committing to continuous growth. Growth is a process that requires intention, effort, and dedication over time. The idea of rebuilding yourself can feel overwhelming if you think about it as something that must happen all at once or in a short period. However, true transformation happens gradually, and it is in the commitment to ongoing learning and self-improvement that you build a life that is not just repaired, but truly evolved. This commitment to continuous growth is what keeps you moving forward, even when setbacks or challenges arise. When you commit to continuous growth, you embrace the idea that there is always something to learn, something to improve, and something to refine in yourself. It's important to acknowledge that no one is ever done growing. The process of rebuilding is ongoing, and it doesn't end when you achieve one goal or overcome one challenge. Rebuilding yourself means adopting a mindset of lifelong learning, where you are always looking for ways to improve, expand your horizons, and challenge your assumptions. It's not about seeking perfection, it's about progress. Small, consistent steps forward that lead to lasting change. One of the keys to embracing continuous growth is understanding that setbacks are not failures, but opportunities for learning. In the process of rebuilding yourself, you will inevitably face obstacles and experience moments when things don't go as planned. These moments can be discouraging, but if you view them as opportunities to learn, you can transform the disappointment into fuel for growth. Every time you encounter a setback, you have a chance to reflect on what went wrong, what you can learn from it, and how you can adjust your approach moving forward. This perspective turns challenges into stepping stones rather than roadblocks, and it reinforces the idea that growth is a constant, evolving process. Committing to continuous growth means being open to feedback and willing to learn from others. It can be difficult to receive constructive criticism, especially when we feel emotionally attached to our work or our actions. However, feedback is an invaluable tool for growth. When you are open to feedback, you show a willingness to improve and evolve. This doesn't mean blindly accepting every critique, but it means recognizing that others may see things from a different perspective, and that their insights can help you grow. Whether it's from friends, mentors, or even through self-reflection, the ability to receive and apply feedback is essential for rebuilding yourself in a way that is thoughtful and intentional. Another critical element of continuous growth is the habit of setting new goals. When you rebuild yourself, it's essential to have a vision for your future. These goals don't have to be monumental, they can be small, achievable steps that help you grow incrementally. However, the act of setting goals provides a sense of direction and purpose, ensuring that you continue to move forward. Goals give you something to strive for and keep you focused on your larger vision. As you reach one goal, it's important to set new ones, allowing you to continually push yourself and develop new skills. This practice of goal setting keeps you engaged in your personal growth journey and ensures that you don't stagnate. It's also important to celebrate the progress you've made along the way. Committing to continuous growth doesn't mean that you should only focus on what's next without appreciating how far you've come. Often, we get so caught up in striving for the next goal that we forget to acknowledge our accomplishments. Taking the time to celebrate your progress not only boosts your motivation, but also helps you build self-confidence. It reinforces the idea that growth is a process, and every small step forward counts. Whether it's recognizing a personal breakthrough, achieving a milestone, or simply overcoming a challenge, celebrating these moments keeps you energized and committed to your journey of rebuilding. Continuous growth also involves developing resilience, the ability to adapt, persevere, and recover from setbacks. Life is unpredictable, and things won't always go according to plan. When you commit to continuous growth, you develop the strength to keep going, even when circumstances are difficult. Resilience is built over time as you face challenges, learn from them, and apply those lessons moving forward. The more resilient you become, the more capable you are of handling whatever life throws at you. Resilience allows you to stay focused on your goals, even in the face of adversity, and to maintain the belief that growth is possible no matter the challenges you encounter. Committing to continuous growth means embracing the discomfort that often comes with pushing yourself to new limits. Personal growth is rarely easy, and there will be times when you feel stretched beyond your comfort zone. However, it's in these moments of discomfort that true growth happens. When you challenge yourself and step into unfamiliar territory, you expand your capabilities and your perspective. By embracing discomfort and seeing it as a sign of growth, you begin to push past your limitations and develop new strengths. This willingness to move beyond your comfort zone is a hallmark of continuous growth and a key component of rebuilding yourself. As you commit to this lifelong journey of growth, it's also important to surround yourself with the right people. Those who support and challenge you, who believe in your potential, and who encourage you to continue growing. The people you interact with can have a profound impact on your journey. Seek out individuals who inspire you and who push you to be your best self. These relationships can serve as a source of motivation, inspiration, and accountability. Being part of a supportive community or having a mentor can provide you with the encouragement and wisdom needed to stay committed to your growth. The process of rebuilding yourself is not about achieving perfection or completing a one-time transformation. It's about committing to a path of continuous growth and embracing every opportunity to learn, evolve, and improve. As you rebuild, remember that growth is not an end goal, but a constant state of being. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a step toward becoming the person you are meant to be. The journey of continuous growth is what makes rebuilding yourself so powerful. It is the ongoing process that shapes and refines you into your truest, most authentic self.